So I go to the hotel meeting. Number one, the speaker on the stage was speaking about income and money and business in ways that I never heard anyone talk about them, even though I have a 4-year college degree in business. I have a business degree from Penn State University. I never heard anyone on my college campus talk about business the way this guy on the stage at this network marketing meeting was talking about business. That's number one. That was the insight to me. That opened my eyes a little bit, and it made me question, because the things that he was saying made sense. I'm like, why aren't any of my college professors talking about business the way this guy's talking about business? Because what he's saying was making perfect sense. Or talking about money or income. That's number one. Number two, the guy said, because y'all know when what am I thinking about here? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, when you go to a network marketing meeting, half the people in the room are already doing the business, and the other half of the people in the room, like me, are guests who got invited to the meeting. So half of the people are already doing the business. So the speaker on the stage said, any of you who is joining us today, or if you're already in the business, understand something. In order to build a business, you must also build yourself. And that means you need to invest in, and he used a phrase I've never heard before in my life. He said, you need to invest in personal development. I had never heard of personal development. Now, I had always been into reading. I told you my mother's an educator. I was always into reading books. My parents still have a shelf wall full of books at the house that I grew up in to this very day. And we had encyclopedias. Those of you know what an encyclopedia is. It's like Wikipedia, but a book. All right, it's like Wikipedia, but it's 26 books, one for every letter of the alphabet. We had an encyclopedia set. We had all that stuff as kids. Because my mom, again, into education, made sure her kids were good at reading and writing. So I've always been into reading, but I didn't know it was a term for this human psychology stuff and the way you think and how it can affect what you do, which is really the main thing that I focus on even to this day. So when this guy said personal development, I said, it's interesting. I never heard that phrase before. And he started name dropping people who I never heard of. He said Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale. He said, you need to read these people. Brian Tracy. He said, you need to read these people's books. He said, outside of the room, there's some nice ladies there sitting at a table and they got all the books. You need to be buying those books. You need to be reading those books because you cannot build a business if you do not build yourself. And I said, first of all, I didn't have the money to buy the books. I was a broke college student. But I said, that makes sense. Again, there's the second thing he said that made perfect sense. And again, I asked myself, why aren't my college professors talking about this? I'm in college. Why are they not talking about this? I never heard anybody mention personal development in college for 4 years. I never heard anybody talk about business the way this guy was talking about business for 4 years. So that was the second thing that happened. And the third thing that happened, I can't remember what the third thing was. Third thing was, oh yeah, he mentioned a couple books that I had to really take note of because, again, I told you I was broke. I couldn't buy one of the books. The books were like $10.